I have always been just mind blown that the fact that the football team in our nation's capital, right, Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, has probably one of the most racist and offensive names that there is. I mean, Redskins, that literally is talking about the color of someone's skin. So that one to me is just hands down the most racist one. That I think needs to be changed. Particularly, as I said too, it's in our nation's capital. It's, that city represents freedom, represents everything that we hold dear as Americans, and to have something that racist as the symbol and representation from our nation's capital, to me is kind of shocking. So I would say the Redskins, simply because of exactly how that's worded, that is pretty stereotypical and directly related to the skin color of someone. You have an interesting scenario with like North Dakota, right? The Fighting Sioux, which Sioux itself is Native American for the snake, and it was given by another Native American community that was enemies with the Lakota and the Dakota, and they called it the Nadawisu, which means the snake or the enemy. Their tribe is split. Some in the community feel that it does bring honor and dignity to their community. Others feel it is offensive. But regardless, the NCAA, because they can't get approval, has said, we will not broadcast any of your games on national TV as long as you have a Native American logo. That's done huge, it has big revenue impacts, right? Because every time you broadcast a game, that's thousands and thousands of dollars. And it has forced North Dakota to switch to the ND logo, and now I think they're the Fighting Hawks. So when you start putting economic sort of sanctions, if you will, on teams that still have the logo, I think you're going to see more and more teams phase them out. At the college level, at the pro level is different because they're not necessarily a public university like North Dakota, and they're not governed by an agency like the NCAA. They're private businesses. But you have the federal government like taking away the Redskins trademark symbol. So they have no copyright, no trademark patent or on their logo, so that can be used by anyone free of charge. So that's going to impact them economically. I think you'll see maybe more and more of that for particularly racist teams like Redskins. And I think as we progress as a society, we're going to take a step back and hopefully say, look, there's so many different other mascots out there we can choose from. There's so many different things that if we can find something that's less offensive, like the Fighting Hawks, then what isn't it better for everybody involved if we can all just let it go, and then we're not making one group of people feel as though they're being singled out, that they're being mocked. That's the big thing with the Native American community. When you have people like doing the Florida State war chant, it's like a mockery to their culture, to their heritage. And when you look at Native American history and heritage, the United States in general has not been very friendly towards that culture and that community, dating back to discovery. So I hope as we progress and become more developed and culturally aware as a society, we take a step back and say, yeah, this is probably something that would have been maybe acceptable in the 1920s, 1910s, but now in today's society, we understand it's offensive, and we should maybe move towards something that is less